What's up, world? March 29th, 2023. It's your boy, Manny from the Six. Back with another video under Quiet Hype Media. Uh, Make sure y'all check the YouTube channel. Uh, Today's topic is going to be an intro into mental health. That's one of the hot topics of this year of 2023. We've been hearing a lot about mental health, depression, things of that nature. So I feel like I can make a proper video uh knowing it being a personal topic. A lot of us, it might be a personal topic, so it is like a little trigger warning. But I'm gonna keep the video kind of short because I don't want to get too into it on this one. So let's see. For 2023, 21 million US adults are living with depression, while 3.7 million people ages 12 to 17 experience major depression, and 2.5 million people ages 12 to 17 experience severe depression. So as you can see, and this is from Forbes magazine, Forbes news or whatever. So I mean, if y'all are like deep on sources or whatever, or you don't really care, that's where I got mine from. So like I said, it's a hot topic because a lot of people are depressed or even committing suicide. I had a friend of mine just last year commit suicide. I don't want to go too deep into it. Rest in peace to him. God bless his soul and his family. But that's just an example that it's a close subject to me. I hear people close to me that are going through things and they're feeling depressed, and so and so's going through it and they're feeling depressed. Like, it's around me. I'm sure it's around a lot of y'all. It's everybody get depressed. It's a lot of bullshit going on. It's a lot of stuff going on. So it's not surprising if this is something that hits home with you as well. But just looking into it, when you step outside of it all for a little bit, it's like a few little key things that can kind of keep you motivated when you're looking at the bigger picture. Hey, a lot of people might say they already know this. I'm telling people what they already know. It's a lot of YouTube videos, motivational videos or whatever. It all can sound kind of cliche at the end of the day, but this is how I see some things. So number one is accepting the past and not blaming the past. So accepting the past, not blaming the past. You can't blame the past. You can only accept it. I know that's easier said than done, for certain people. A lot of people going through different situations, so you can't say this for that or whatever. But it's kind of a golden rule. It's universal. No matter what you're going through, you can't blame the past. You can only accept it. Like, just for an example, people that touch on little kids, people that rape, or I don't know if YouTube gonna block the R word, but that sexually assault kids or whatever, that may have happened to them when they were little. But it's not an excuse. You can't blame that happening to you for you doing it to somebody else. That's at a certain point, it's on you. You everybody has a conscious decision, unless you got a severe like mental illness, then that's a different story. Like I said, we'll get deeper into all of that mental illness and stuff, but this is just the intro. So yeah, people that may have seen a close friend of theirs or somebody close to them die in front of them or killed in front of them, that don't mean you gotta go and do the same thing. I mean, I know, again, it varies from person to person. It might be a different situation. It's different, but at the end of the day, that point still stands. Like, it's on you whether you want to go through and do to this person or do to somebody else what happened to you, pretty much. So it's like the buck stops with you, so the ball is on your court. From there, you could choose to keep going downward, or you can have a uphill battle. Another thing is with accepting the past, that it's okay. Like, some of the worst shit happened to people. Like, we all don't start at the same place, and it's a lot of people born in like really bad situations. Like, it's literally unfair. Like, it's so bad that it's unfair. Like, for real, bro. Like, but you gotta accept that that's okay. Like, it made you whoever you are today. Even if you a complete monster, this world make monsters and sickos and shit. But if you aware enough to recognize what you are or who you become in this world, then it's okay, as long as you want to do something different with that moving forward. So accepting the past is so important, because that's all we have here. That's all anybody has here. So here is the devil's playground. This is what I like to call it. Y'all, I'm sure y'all have heard it before. This is where we are. You have to recognize that this is the place that people are. We're in the devil's playground. This is what the world is. This is what the planet Earth is. If you're a Christian, in the Bible it says that Satan was cast down to earth. So it's like having a really bad roommate. Somebody that you gotta be aware that is bad energies running around this world. It's like it's literally a war between love and hate, good and evil, all of that. I'm sure y'all heard that stuff before. But we all don't have a choice of being here. Everybody that's born doesn't have a choice. I remember I was going through some shit, and like I was like 23, I want to say. I was just down bad. And then my dad told me, like, he said, "You're not a failure." Even though I was doing, like, man, I was down bad, broke, all of that. Didn't have no job. He said, "You didn't choose to be here." And that kind of stuck with me, I know a lot of people, it seems like they complain when things go wrong or go bad, and they say that they didn't choose to be here. And it's not wrong to feel like that, but your parents, they didn't have a choice to be here either. And your grandparents, the ones that gave birth to them, they didn't have a choice to be here. So we're all here. We all got time while we're here. So that's the important part, like focusing on the now part. Past is the past, leave it be, and we here. So moving forward. So continuing on, a last little token will be to just kind of be aware of yourself and your purpose. And I know it's hard, easier said than done. You know, some people fight to get out of the bed every morning. Some people have to do a lot of hard routines every day, you know, whether it's taking care of somebody or struggling to take care of themselves. They in a situation, a bad spot, whatever. You might feel like you don't, you know, contribute enough, or whatever the case may be. You know, if you doubting yourself or your purpose or whatever, just go back to the basics. You know, what do you want to put your energy towards? Something positive or something negative? The more doubt you create, that's more negative to yourself. The more negative you put on yourself is more likely gonna rub off to other people. So, you know, you already going in the opposite direction that you should be going. It's like if you don't decide, it's gonna decide for you. The more you're stagnant, the more you know, just are inactive, you slip into a negative state. You start moving backwards, you start moving downwards. So just always remember, while we're here, while we have no choice to be here, do you want to give your energy to something positive or something negative? So yeah, those are the 3 key points, I guess, to just kind of keep in mind when discussing mental health. You know, just something to think about. So accepting the past, not blaming the past. You know, taking what you learned or taking what happened and using that and moving forward. Number 2 is remembering where we are, remembering that this is the devil's playground. We're here and we don't have a choice to be here. You know, we was put here, we didn't ask for it, but that's the reality of it. It's not always a pretty place. I mean, we're lucky that it's enough beauty in the world to mask, to cover up all the ugliness that's going on. There's still beautiful places and islands to go to, or even in your own city, you know, close to you. I'm sure it's a park somewhere with trees and, you know, it's animals running around or whatever. It's beautiful buildings and stuff like that, you know. So you gotta appreciate the beauty that is here, even though it's not a beautiful place, you know, for the most part. I mean, it can be. It's up to us to make it that. But, you know, just looking at it as a whole, we know the world is crumbling. So, but we don't have to, you know, we can go out in a good way. We can, you know, it's up to us. It's up to you. So the last thing, your purpose, what you want to put your energy towards, that's gonna be the basis of your purpose. Where your energy is gonna go, to something good or something negative that's gonna lead to something bad. So accept the past, remember we're in the devil's playground, and know where you want to put your energy to. I'll come back with this topic hopefully with a few more other guests. We'll dive deeper into it, talk about some other things regarding mental health. Until then, check out the other videos, Quiet Hype Media. Y'all stay safe out here. Y'all stay blessed. Keep thinking.